So welcome back guys, this is the Ninch Movies, and yes, you did read the title correctly. I'm starting off January with a DVD and Blu-ray update. The VHS updates are going nowhere, trust me. I know this is a rare occasion, but basically I have this humongous box here of DVDs and Blu-rays that I was gifted, thankfully, by my uncle. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are subscribed to me simply for the fact that this is a movie review channel. That's what it is. I do movie updates. You guys don't care what the format is, and that's also my sort of point of view with it. You know, whether it be VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, whatever. If somebody offers you a big box of films, you're gonna take it, and I'm excited. There's a lot of titles that I have not seen, a lot of music titles which I will brush through. If you guys are fans of rock, you're probably going to be having a lot more fun here, but there are some really cool titles here, and I thought good opportunity for some content. So let's do the first DVD and Blu-ray update of 2025. So basically, I haven't really given this a whole in-depth look here. I have looked at some titles, so a lot of this I have not seen. As usual, if you guys have seen any of these films or TV shows, let me know your thoughts of them down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you like this video and give us a sub. So I'm just going to run through some heavy metal. I'm presuming that's, my uncle's really into that. There's going to be a lot of music titles here. So we have Dream Theater Score. I have no idea what this could be at all. We have the karaoke duets. I don't think this is actually anything. I think this is actually just a genuine karaoke disc. So shit, I might bring this out of the party soon. Now this in particular film, I believe to be a film, I have seen this before and I've heard things of it, and that is Detroit Rock City. I have no idea, what is it saying, Kiss the Rules Goodbye? Is this a film about going to a Kiss concert? Somebody let me know down below. Should this be on my radar? I don't know, but Detroit Rock City. We've got Death Vision. Some of you old boys might really appreciate this. This is Iron Maiden Visions of the Beast. I have always been a big fan of the artwork Iron Maiden uses, but once again, it's not really my type of music, but I respect it. We've got Placebo. Let me know what you think of my uncle's music selection. We have Black Label Society. We have Andrew Dice Clay in The Adventures of Ford. I can't even pronounce that. Mum actually picked this out of the box and said that she remembers watching this in particular film. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now this one in particular, this might get some play here, and that is Tenacious D, The Complete Masterworks. Can you believe I actually have not seen Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny? I love all their music. I'm a big fan of Jack Black. I have never seen their actual theatrical release film. So I'm sure there is more music titles here. I do apologize. I just wanted to brush through them as quickly as I could, but let's get into some films, some TV. This one up here is South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. I have not really talked about South Park on this channel, and that's for the simple fact that out of all the adult animation, I never really got into South Park. It is not my thing, it's not my comedy. However, I have seen this in particular film. I don't mind it. Since I have seen it, will I rewatch it? Probably not. I've always been tempted to try and get more into South Park because I do have friends that, put South Park up on a pedestal, but for me, it's never really been my cup of tea. We have a couple of sealed Simpsons DVDs. If you guys watch my Simpsons DVD collection, you would know that these are just in particular volumes here with a couple episodes apiece. Very similar to the VHSs I collect, really. But this is the Simpsons Classics, thesimpsons.com. We got a Treehouse Horror episode, Homer Goes to College, Das Bus, Itchy and Scratchy Land. These are obviously going to be classic episodes. I don't think that there was ever a volume release that had episodes that aren't on a season set on DVD. But the Simpsons Film Festival, very, very cool, and I get to keep them sealed simply because I already own the episodes on DVD. Another sealed DVD set here, we have Red Dwarf. I'm not going to try and decode. We have Red Dwarf. So this has Back in the Red Part 1, 2 and 3. It's a BBC, looks like sci-fi television. Have you guys seen it? Let me know your thoughts down below. We got some more karaoke. This is Rockin' the USA. Anybody want to come over and play some karaoke with Ninch? We have Idiocracy with Luke Wilson. I've heard so much about this film actually, and the further we get into the type of generation and how everything's unfolding, I've heard that this movie actually sort of rings a lot more truer nowadays, so I wouldn't mind checking this film out. I've heard it's a decent comedy. Do you guys recommend Idiocracy? We've got a couple Blu-rays here back to back. We have the OG, back before The Rock was unbearable. We have The Scorpion King. I had seen this, it's been many, many years. It was not as good as the Brendan Fraser Mummy trilogy, but I remember enjoying it back in the day, so keen to check that one out on Blu-ray. We have the film I, Robot. Fantastic film, one of Will Smith's best. Honestly, I have nothing but great things to say about I, Robot. I'll defend it. Some people don't really think it's all that, but I think this is one of the best that Will Smith has done. I think it's just, once again, sort of ringing a lot more true nowadays. I enjoy I, Robot. What do you guys think of it? So we have the director's cut of The Chronicles of Riddick. Surprisingly enough, I played a little bit of the video games. I have never seen any of the Riddick films. Would you recommend it? Vin Diesel, you know, he's a fine actor. I never got into Fast and Furious either, so I don't really know his films like that. So this is interesting. Speaking of the Wallace and Gromit video, which definitely go check that out if you haven't already. I put a lot of effort into that review. We actually have an Aardman DVD for a show I didn't know exists, and that is Creature Comforts. This is episodes 1 to 6. Have you guys seen this? I will admit, this in particular turtle is a huge meme going around right now, so I recognize him. I've never seen the show, I can't wait. This is getting a watch straight up. Aardman, they do nothing but hits. We have the complete first and fourth series of Coupling? Is that what we're going with? I guess my uncle was a fan of a lot of BBC television. I've never heard of it. Is it worth a watch? Let me know down below. We have, once again, The Chronicles of Riddick. We have Pitch Black this time. Keen to check them out. I don't know the order of the films. Is this the second one? I'm not sure. How many did they end up making? It was like 3 or 4. I know they did one within the last 10 years at least, so these are OG. These are actually the old school Blu-rays as well. You can always tell when Blu-ray just first came out. I'm surprised it doesn't have the little silver banner they used to rock. We have the film The Princess Bride, which I have heard of but have yet to watch, have no idea. Is it a well-praised film? Once again, my mum picked this one out of the box in particular and recognized the film, enjoyed it, so I'll check it out at some stage in my life. If you've been watching for a while, you guys know I'm a huge fan of documentaries, and one to really just present what Blu-ray can do, we have BBC's Planet Earth. I actually have not seen this film, or documentary film series if you will. I've watched a lot of similar documentaries, so I'm keen to check this one out. It comes with this really beautiful reflective slip sleeve. Sort of essential if you own a Blu-ray player to have something like this in your collection. I have also been mentioning how goddamn hard it is to find horror movies on DVD in, you know, all my recent out and about. So we have a new horror film here. We have the film Stigmata. I have no idea, know nothing of it. It looks very Exorcist-ish. If you guys are a fan of this film, let me know down below. Happy to have another horror DVD since they seem to be all out of print really at this stage. We have Michael Moore in Bowling for Columbine. No idea. Possibly a stand-up. I have no idea. Who is Michael Moore? Let me know. Absolute classic. We have the film Old School. Happy to have this in the collection. Not my favorite Will Ferrell film, but it is decent. I don't think it's like ridiculous, like roll on the ground laughing kind of film, but you know, a decent comedy. I feel like everyone should watch it at least once. We have Kevin Costner in Wyatt Earp. Earp. I have seen this, it's been many years. Once again, I have said I would like to get more into westerns. I'm not huge on it, but my grandpa always just, you know, I've grown up watching him watch westerns, so I have watched this in particular one. It's been many years, so I can't really recall it. I think it's decent, and it's another Blu-ray for the collection. Now this one intrigues me. This is The Thin Blue Line. Huge fan of Rowan Atkinson. I grew up on Blackadder, as well as, of course, Mr. Bean. I have never seen this. I'm presuming, you know, standard comedy type affair, but Rowan Atkinson can do no wrong in my brain. This will get a watch very soon. Moving on from that, we have, from Umbrella Entertainment actually, we have Stephen Wright, When the Leaves Blow Away. Shit, I don't even know what I'm collecting anymore. A brand new and sealed Walt Disney collection, James and the Giant Peach. I have not watched this film since about primary school days, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. I like the mix of live action as well as the style of artwork from, you know, Tim Burton, people like that. It was a good film. I just have not revisited it as of late. So we've got possibly a complete series. I'm not too sure. What do we have? We have possibly missing the first season here. I'm not too sure. But we have a bunch of seasons of Oz. I know nothing of this show. I have seen the title as I've been scrolling through Stan, Netflix, things like that. I've never personally dipped my toe into Oz. Should I? Let me know down below. We have Keanu Reeves. We have Keanu Reeves in Constantine, another Blu-ray for the collection. I have not seen this in particular film, but I have seen pretty much the way that Keanu Reeves builds this film up. This was the film that he's constantly gone to Hollywood and said he wants to make a sequel for, and they just won't let it happen. Did this movie bomb or something? I'm not too sure, but I have heard good things. And if the actor himself holds it, you know, with the career he's had, if he's holding this film up as, like, you know, the pedestal, it must be goddamn good. Have more of the coupling. Are you really giving away an old school DVD collection without some cheap little cartoon classic volumes? You know, I did show off a couple of these on an old VHS update, and people were just roasting me in the comments, not happy about how Porky Pig looked and things like that. These are like Bugs Bunny cartoons, but it's, you know, it's not Looney Tunes branded, so God knows who actually put these out back in the day. We have volume 1 and 2 of Double the Fist. Once again, I would have no goddamn clue. This one is not BBC, it is ABC. No idea. We're, you know, getting gifted a collection of DVDs. I don't know what the hell's in this box. I must say, because my uncle was always sort of, you know, he's an IT kind of guy, so he was onto Blu-ray from day dot. So this is one of the most beautiful slipcovers. I can't believe I own this for one of my favorite films. Shout out to my video of the top 5 Pixar films. This was right up there, I believe number 1, Ratatouille. I've been watching these DVD and Blu-ray collections for years now. I'm talking decades, guys. So when I say that I recognize this in particular slip sleeve, and for it to be in this minter condition, look at it, it's embossed and everything. Fuck, this makes me miss collecting Blu-rays, on God. What can I say about Ratatouille? It's one of the best Pixar ever did. It's just such a fun film, and I can't believe it came with the slip sleeve. That's goated. Thank you, Uncle. We have, for whatever reason, we have Order of the Phoenix on Blu-ray. Happy to have it. I love the entire Harry Potter franchise. This was a film that gets criticized probably the most. This and Half-Blood Prince really cop a lot of bad rap. I don't think there's a bad Harry Potter film out there. However, this is not my favorite of the series, and also, I gotta admit, I never read the books, so I'm just going based off the film. And we're down to the last 2 DVDs and Blu-rays out of this incredibly generous box here. We have the Golden Age of Cinema, and this is Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and the Beanstalk, starring Lou Costello and Bud Abbott. Has James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, reviewed this? It would not surprise me. This seems like something that would go on Cinemask. And to cap off this incredibly generous DVD and Blu-ray update, we have, of course, one of the best superhero films of all time, and that being The Dark Knight. Shout out to Heath Ledger, he is an Australian legend, and of course, RIP. I have not watched this in quite some time. I would be interested in checking this out again. My friend actually recently shared the death scene from The Dark Knight Rises, and just how laughably directed and acted that was. It's kind of weird because obviously this was hailed as one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. The Dark Knight Rises I have not seen since release, more or less. And when I saw that, I was like, maybe The Dark Knight Rises is worse than I remember, but it's just, you know, clouded by how good this film was. I don't know, I need to revisit the trilogy in all honesty. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed the first DVD and Blu-ray update of the year. Leave this video a like. Once again, please let me know if you've seen any of the BBC TV shows that I showed off, if you're a fan of any of the Rock DVDs. Hope you all enjoyed the video nonetheless. This is the Ninch Movies, and I will see you guys very soon. Adios.